Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to talk a little bit about your summary and response, particularly the response portion of your essay. It might be useful for you to have your draft open while you are watching this. So if you don't have it open already, now is a good time to do that. So I just want to talk a little bit about what a response is. So a response is a critique or evaluation of the author's essay. So if we just read through this to begin, unlike the summary, it's composed of your opinions in relation to the article being summarized. It examines ideas that you would agree or disagree with and identifies the essay's strengths and weaknesses in reasoning and logic, in quality of supporting examples, and in organization and style. So right there, I'd be looking at those three things: reasoning and logic. So address that. Quality of supporting examples, you can address that, and also how the author organized it. I made those words critique or evaluation pink at the top because I wanted them to stand out to you. So when you critique something or you evaluate it, what you're doing is you're sort of judging it, right, for how um, valid it is. So don't think of the response part as just you extending on the author's ideas. Like, I was interested in this essay because, and then you sort of talk about it. It's more thinking about the moves that the author made as a writer in their piece and critiquing that. And thinking about what kind of evidence did they use and what kind of points are they making and are they valid. So that's sort of how you want to approach your response. Um, a good response is persuasive. So you're persuading your reader whatever your argument is about that other article. If that makes sense? So it's you're using that article to prove what you think about it. So you should cite facts from the article and things that the author said, right? You can tie in personal experience that shows that what the author is saying is correct or disproves what the author is saying, okay, depending on where it is that you land. If you look at the model, this is just a screenshot of it. Um, just read it together with me right now. While Miss Gay makes several interesting observations about the ostracizing nature of staunch feminism, her original disavowal of the feminist agenda was a bit difficult for me to relate to. Okay, so I'm using specific examples from what she does. She makes interesting observations. However, the way that she disavows feminism basically in her piece was a little hard for me. And now I'm giving a personal experience to show why it was. As a woman who has thought a great deal about my role in society, I've never really felt threatened by the feminist movement, even though I've oftentimes felt distance from some feminist ideas. However, now I'm giving her some credit for what she said. After reading Gay's piece, I wonder if my education level and skin color have given me special privilege that have allowed me to ignore some aspects of feminism that others may not be able to. So it's like tying my personal experience to my lens that I was looking at the article through. I was most intrigued by her brief mention of how feminism has, notice I'm using a quotation, historically been far more invested in improving the lives of heterosexual white women to the detriment of all others. And I'm telling my reader, and I'm interested to read more about that. So I'm like noting that this one part really stood out to me, and that I think that it's important for me as a human being who's thinking about my role in society to investigate that a little more. Overall, Miss Gay's introduction has piqued my curiosity. After engaging with her ideas, I'm excited to further explore her new book, Bad Feminism. So this is a shorter version of what you're going to do, but it's basically just I'm pointing out some things that I agree with, some things that I push back to. I'm tying a little bit of personal experience in there. These are all ways that you can approach your response. So I hope that this is useful. Please again refer to the model, and please reach out to me with any help that you guys need. All right, thanks so much.